I grew up in the country south of Arthur, Illinois, which is kind of the heart of the Amish country. But I grew up there, and we had a neighbor that would always take me fishing. And right from the time when I was like 5, 6 years old, my dad wasn't a fisherman, but my neighbor was. And so I guess that's where it started. I loved the fishing, and then when I got older, I loved the hunting, and then I loved anything about the outdoors. So when I went to college, I majored in zoology at Eastern Illinois University. And so right after I got my master's, about maybe a month, I got a call from the Division of Fisheries in Springfield, and they were going to hire a couple fish biologists, and so I got interviewed. And a couple weeks after that, I got a call that I could come to work in early September of 1971. That's a long time ago, 50 years almost. I mean, I think that was probably the best job I ever had, quite frankly, was when I first came on with the department. Those years in the field working as a fish biologist. But then I got an opportunity to come to Springfield, and I interviewed for the head of the fisheries division job. I'll tell you the best thing about, I guess, working with fisheries, I loved the job outdoors, but the people that I worked with, they've got a passion for their jobs. And I wound up being fisheries chief for over 30 years. In my last 5 years, I had a wonderful opportunity to serve as office director. And so I not only had fisheries, but I had wildlife and natural heritage and forestry and Nature Preserves Commission. Wonderful folks, they all are. I mean, they just are tremendous, the amount of work that they get done. A lot of good memories in the almost 40 years that I've worked for the department, really and truly. I don't think there's a better job to be had for a fisheries person than working as a district fishery biologist. Conservation work, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. There's no doubt about that. And so you got to learn that going in, because as a young biologist, I thought I could change the world in a couple of years. Just hang loose, I'll take care of all those things. But that's part of, learning the job and gaining experience. We're not going to turn this around tomorrow, but we've got to keep at it every day, every year. We can't just sit by and let it go. The Conservation and the Outdoor Hall of Fame, I'm so proud to have been considered for that and accepted into that group, because those are the kind of people that I looked up to for years and years and years, and will as long as I'm on this earth. The people that are out there doing good things. It's very, very humbling, to be cast alongside my heroes when they're still my heroes. They'll never go away. They'll always be up here. But they inspired me, throughout my career, all the way back to when I was in college. And and so the right people are in there, the good people are in there too. And I think that's a showcase for conservation, and having an Outdoor Hall of Fame. I don't need a pat on the back. I want my people to get a pat on the back. But you know what? It does feel good to get a pat on the back. And for people to say, hey, we recognize the work that you did, and thank you for that. And that's about the very best thing that can ever happen to a person. And I must have done something right on the job, and I do appreciate it, and the people appreciate it. So that's good.